What is up, guys? It's your boy Mo. Now, today we're back again with another reaction video called The Criminal History of Chief Keef. Y'all know that he got one. That's literally one of my favorite artists that's in the industry right now. You know what I mean? But yeah. This is by Vault or whatever. 12 minutes long, so I was like, fuck it. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of still mad about earlier. For all y'all that want to know what just happened, go watch the video right next to this one. Titled "Bald Guy," or "Bald Security Guard Tried to Tweet with Me." That's what happened. I'm still mad about that. I'm gonna go over there and try his ass. And this time I go over there, I'm mad as shit. And nigga, lucky I had my jalapeno poppers or shit. I just had that whole thing wrong. That's how mad I am right now, bro. Like, normally if I was saying something for YouTube, I would have watched the way I pronounce shit. But I'm that mad for real. I don't give a fuck. But like, yeah, like when it's unexpected, y'all. When shit is unexpected, I don't know how to react. Like sometimes you just gotta go along with it just because like you're not expecting for this nigga to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we just gonna get into this video though. Like hopefully my mind will refresh itself while I'm watching this and I'll forget it all about it. But yo, like I really want to smack the shit out that security guard, but like no bullshit. But like, come on. He lucky I didn't tweet with his ass.
Chief Keef is one of the most iconic rappers in hip-hop history. At only 15 years old, the Southside Chicago rapper took the rap game by storm after being one of the first people to really put Chicago drill music on the map. Chief Keef's demonic style of hip-hop was like nothing we've ever seen before and had everyone from the streets all the way to the suburbs anxiously awaiting for the next Chief Keef record to be released. But it wasn't just the sound of the music that created all this hype around Chief Keef and the Chicago drill scene. It was rather the actual lyrics that he was saying in his music. It was all authentic. Nobody even questioned it for a second. All it took was 30 seconds of a Chief Keef song and a music video to figure out that Sosa was about that life. Whether he did the dirt himself or was around people who did, everyone knew that there wasn't any lies being told in his music. And Keef and his affiliates have the rap sheet to prove it.
Yo,
Here is an exclusive inside.
I bet my big brother, dog. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. Chief Keef remind me a lot of him. He in prison though. You know what I'm saying? But Chief Keef low key remind me a lot of him, gang. And that's kind of all I've been seeing ever since he got locked up. Shit. He really do though.
Keef's first documented run-in with the law happened at the age of 15 on January 27, 2011. Details are scarce on this arrest, but from what the charges say, a young Sosa was either caught at the trap house or in the process of selling from what was produced from the trap house. Whatever it was, Chief Keef was detained in the act and was charged with manufacture and delivery of heroin near a school, public housing building, or park. Chief was charged with a Class X felony, but keep in mind he was only 15 at the time, which obviously made him a minor. In Chicago, juvenile offenders are found to be delinquent of charges rather than guilty of the charges. Sosa was let out of jail but sentenced to home confinement on the charge. The second arrest of Chief Keef happened on December 2nd, 2011, almost a year after his first arrest. Sources say that the police responded to a call of shots fired in the 6100 block of South Indiana Avenue. When officers arrived, they spotted Chief Keef walking out of the front door of his grandma's apartment complex in the 6100 block of South Michigan Avenue, holding a coat over his hands that were in front of his waistband. Officers tried to stop and question the chief, but instead of cooperating, Sosa dropped the coat, flashed a blue steel handgun, and sprinted through the vacant lot.
Yo, them cops don't like us, bro. They be dicking so much. Like, why you care about what's over this nigga's? Like, do you have to pay attention to this shit? Why? I fucking hate police, bro.
Next door to the apartments. Several officers immediately gave chase to the fleeing chief, who allegedly would stop and turn towards the police and point his pistol at the officers. This caused the officers to pull out their weapons as well, and even though Sosa did not shoot at the...
I heard you can like consent or not get them consent to searching you like a search warrant. You know what I'm saying? I heard some shit like that, but some people, they be stupid enough to let them search them to try to prove some shit. You know what I'm saying? So that should be crazy.
The officer shot at him multiple times, but missed. After shots were fired, Chief Keef continued running for his life before other officers caught him half a block away in an alley of the 6100 block of South Indiana Avenue. One officer claimed to have suffered multiple bruises in the act of trying to detain the chief. They also alleged that Chief Keef ditched his pistol throughout the chase, but it was soon recovered moments later, completely loaded and ready to go. Chief Keef was charged with 4 felonies for this incident, which included 3 counts of aggravated assault with a firearm on an officer and aggravated unlawful use of a weapon. They also charged the chief with a misdemeanor charge of resisting.
Bro, this really what I hate, bro. Cause look, them cops, bro, they low-key racist as hell. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I heard of plenty of instances where, like, even I was in class with some people, right? During school year when I was in college, and like when you in college, you get to be around a lot of people. Like, it's not like high school how you just around people that's all your age and shit. Like, you around people that have more experience to life, like they older, they around any age range, right? And some people that was older than me, they was telling me like how times when they got arrested by the cops and shit, like the cops sometimes make sure that is no cameras around before they start beating you the fuck up. Swear to God, like that's like they really do that. And that shit had me like, yo, like that shit's so crazy to me, bro. Like how bro, I feel like the cops that do that, bro, they used to get bullied in school, bro. Like, y'all need to, we gotta stop bullying these kids, bro, because they gonna grow up and start abusing their powers and shit and become cops. You know what I'm saying? Like, cops, bro, all that power, bro, they don't give a fuck about us, for real.
Arrest.
Sosa
was held in the Cook County Juvenile Detention Center for a good while until the judge sentenced the chief to house arrest at his grandma's house. This next incident wasn't an arrest, but rather a pretty well-known investigation involving Chief Keef about a murder of a rival rapper, Lil JoJo. For those of you who are unaware, Chief Keef and the rest of GBE were going back and forth with a rival rapper named Lil JoJo. Just days before the tragic slaying of Lil JoJo, a video went viral of one of Chief Keef's good friends, Lil Reese, threatening to kill Lil JoJo after JoJo drove by their neighborhood, taunting them. Later that week, JoJo was killed while riding his bike.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. For some reason, I really believe that this finna be in a Lil Durk case, the whole joint with Lil JoJo, cause like, they believe all them niggas had something to do with it. And like, they might try to investigate shit that's like, yo, I heard they really can't find no shit on Cuz, so they probably gonna go all the way back to before he was famous, and they gonna find some shit like that.
To Twitter the day after the incident, tweeting, "It's sad because JoJo just wanted to be like us." Hashtag LMAO. Despite the clear taunting online, no charges were filed. It is possible that no charges were filed due to Chief Keef claiming a hacker tweeted those tweets, but JoJo's brother begs to differ. Whatever the case may be, JoJo's murder is still unsolved to this day. After a few months of staying out of trouble, Chief Keef was ordered back into court for a probation violation stemming from a previous gun conviction. Authorities say that Keef went to a gun range for a music video shoot in New York. Chief Keef apparently wasn't allowed to be anywhere near firearms as one of the conditions of his probation, so when the judge found out about this, he wasn't happy. The judge sentenced Keef to 60 days in juvenile detention. At the sentencing, Chief Keef said to the judge, "I'm a very good-hearted person, and I'm sorry for anything I've done wrong. Give me a chance." And then, 3 months after his last sentencing, Chief Keef was arrested yet again in Atlanta for disorderly conduct after a security guard at Le Meridian Atlanta Perimeter Hotel called 911 on the chief after claiming he was rolling marijuana in his hotel room. Chief Keef told TMZ his side of the story, which he claimed happened like this. So, me and my homie Trey Savage was in the hotel room chilling when some fat-ass security guard started knocking on the door talking about how he needed to fix a water leak. So his ass walked in and started looking around at us and immediately gave me the racist look and then started talking shit to me. I told him I thought he was here to fix a water leak, which he obviously lied because there was no water leaking. Then he immediately started talking shit to us. He told me that he was going to call the police on me, so I called him a bitch. He kept saying how the police about to be on their way to lock me up, so I blew smoke in his face and pulled out 30 racks and said, I got the bond money.
Yo,
there's more where this came from. Keef says he felt the security guard was racist from the moment he walked in the room. When TMZ asked if the chief was smoking weed in the hotel room, his response was this. As for what I was smoking in the...
Listen, it's either these motherfuckers be racist or they don't get no play at home. Seriously. I'm just being real. Cause like, even I remember one time when I was over at like if y'all know where Spooky Nukes is, the little place you go to, like all the hoopers go there. It's like for the basketball summer league shit, right? And I remember, I don't know why I did this, but I filled up my Gatorade bottle with soda or something. I went over to the machines and all my friends was doing it, right? All my homies was doing that shit. And then the moment I did it, I got caught. The lady took the joint from me, the soda or whatever, and she was mean as shit. Bro, I kid to you not, bro. They start telling her she don't get no dick at home. Black niggas came over. There was this black boy, his sister, girlfriend, or some shit. I don't remember what it was. It was a black lady. It was a black cuz that came over there. Or I think it was a white lady. I think it was a white lady, a black nigga. And I'm not gonna call him a black nigga. I'm real respectful. It was like a black man. They came over there, and there was a it was a black guy that came over there, and it was a white lady. They was like, we could tell you don't get no dick at home. Why you gotta act like that towards the kid and shit? And during that time, I had to be like 17 or something, bro. And she was acting like that. I think she snatched the soda from me too, gang. Why you had to do that shit? Why you had to do that? So from there, you know, that's how my running go with white people. Like I'ma definitely end up cracking off on a white person one day. No bullshit.
Room, everyone needs to listen to my song with Uncle Ro, All I Smoke Is Gas.
Not every single one of them, just some of them, bro.
Sosa tweeted
like,
this to his fans to let them know he was free. Cool. Just got out of DeKalb County Jail in Atlanta, mad as f***. There's no update on what happened later in that case, but we can probably assume that the charges were dismissed. Sosa's next arrest happened on May 29, 2013, just days after his arrest in Atlanta. During the early morning hours, the chief was caught going 110 miles per hour in a 55 mile per hour zone while riding in his BMW X6 on the Edens Expressway in Northfield, Chicago. When the police asked Mr. Keef the simple question, did you know your car was going 110 miles per hour, the chief gave them the iconic response of, well, it's a fast car, that's why I bought it. In the end, Chief Keef was taken away in cuffs and was cited with going twice over the posted speed limit and for violating stipulations on his driver's permit. Less than a month later, Chief Keef was ordered back. I'm gonna keep it being,
they really gave Chief Keef a lot of leeway, because if this was in another state or anything like that, they would have threw you in jail for like maybe 4 years or some shit. If you would have kept getting gun charges and all these crazy ass charges and all that, they would have definitely threw your ass in there.
Court for a speeding incident on the 29th. At sentencing, the 17-year-old rap legend pled guilty to doing 110 miles per hour in a 55 mile per hour zone and was given 18 months of probation, 60 hours of community service, random drug tests, 8 hours of traffic school, and a $531 fine. The chief was now free to leave, but as he left the Skokie courthouse, police arrested him once again on a misdemeanor trespassing charge. The chief was then rebooked and re-released moments later.
What?
Now, after spending the summer as a law-abiding citizen, Chief Keef turned himself in on October 15, 2013 to the Cook County authorities after testing positive for marijuana. The judge sentenced the chief to 20 days in county jail and was released on November 8, 2013. On his way out of jail, Chief Keef was notified that one of his conditions to get out required going to rehab for his weed problems. So, the chief did just that, and immediately flew to beautiful Los Angeles, California, and checked himself into rehab. After spending a couple of months in rehab, Chief Keef was free to return home to his mansion in Chicago. Almost immediately after returning home, the chief went back to his old ways and began chiefing on that good Southside Chicago kush like nothing ever happened.
He just be hiding.
That didn't last for too long, because on March 5th, 2014, less than 2 weeks after checking out of rehab, Chief Keef was pulled over in Highland Park, Illinois, early in the morning for having expired tags on his 2010 Jeep Cherokee. When the officers approached the vehicle, they claimed it reeked of pot, and the chief allegedly admitted to smoking pot before driving. The police then made the chief do a field sobriety test, and let's just say, the chief failed. Chief Keef was eventually charged with a DUI, driving on a suspended license, and cited for having no proof of insurance. Mr. Keef was quickly released after posting a $300 bail. Now, you're probably assuming that his next encounter with the law will have something to do with the chief going to court for his DUI and getting sentenced, but no, that's not the case. Chief Keef apparently had enough of Chicago and decided to skip court and move to Los Angeles. For good. Like, literally, for good. The moment Chief Keef steps back in Chicago...
Yo, it ain't no point in staying in a place where you know certain niggas want you killed. That's probably why he moved to Los Angeles in the first place. Like, bro... Would you rather be able to go to a place where you can get killed at? Or would you rather be at a place where you don't have to worry about nobody killing you? I guarantee you he ain't gotta worry about nobody killing him. That's better than him being in the burbs in Chicago. Niggas be getting killed in the burbs still.
He will be arrested immediately due to his warrants and due to the mayor of Chicago's ban on Keith Kozar, aka Chief Keef. Now, this sounds bad, but it was honestly one of the best decisions Chief Keef has ever made. Since his move to Los Angeles, Chief Keef has stayed out of trouble for almost 3 years with zero run-ins with the law.
You can do that.
But his hot streak came to a tragic end after he was arrested on January 26, 2017, after the Los Angeles police raided his Tarzana mansion due to his alleged connection in the violent armed home invasion of his former music producer. Sources say that producer Ramsey the Great was robbed at gunpoint in his Devonshire home and accused Chief Keef and friends of breaking into his home and holding them hostage with an AK-47 on January 19, 2017. Ramsey also stated that he was robbed of cash, a Rolex, and other valuables during the incident. Chief Keef and friends later bailed themselves out, and the case was ultimately thrown out in April 2019, due to Ramsey the Great getting sentenced to 10 years in prison for charges of human trafficking, pimping, and weapon possession. It was also noted that an alleged witness to the prosecution that agreed to testify against Chief Keef mysteriously went missing before the upcoming trial. Mr. Chief.
Human trafficking? Yo, this nigga's tripping.
Do you have anything to do with that? The Chief's next arrest happened on April 8, 2017 in Miami Beach, Florida. Police claim that while Chief Keef was driving in a green Lamborghini, his passenger got out in the middle of traffic and started talking to the car behind theirs. Cops saw the commotion and thought they saw an exchange being made between the two suspects. This led to the police pulling over Chief Keef and ultimately discovering marijuana in one of the vehicles. Keef was charged with a DUI and was booked into jail moments later. During his sentencing, the cops revealed that they had found 8 different drugs in the chief's system at the time of his arrest, all of which included morphine,
you can get charged for that if it's another vehicle, bro.
promethazine, THC, hydrocodone, norcodeine, dihydrocodeine, and hydromorphone.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it a beam. Them same drugs is probably how Alfredo Santana passed away. Like, you see all the drugs that's listed on here? Like, them the same joints I guarantee you he was using. Like, them as a group. Damn. Like, what do you even need all that for? Like, you could have just had what? Nah, you can't have none of that shit. He don't think he need rehab? That's so crazy to me. Let's play the video.
Eventually avoided jail and a guilty plea, but was sentenced to 6 months probation and 50 hours of community service. The final charge was reckless driving. And last but not least, we have the Chief's final arrest in South Dakota. In June of 2017, Chief Keef was arrested after airport security found marijuana edibles and blunts in his bag. During his hearing the following Friday, Chief Keef pled no contest to possession of a controlled substance, a Class 5 felony that's punishable with up to 5 years in prison. He was later released on bond, but was required to come back to South Dakota for his trial. His trial was almost 2 years later, on April 26, 2019, and the outcome was all in his favor. The judge gave the chief a suspended imposition of a sentence, which means no conviction will be entered as long as he meets the conditions set by a judge. Apparently, a defendant can only receive a suspended imposition of a sentence once in their lifetime in the state of South Dakota. When it was all said and done, Chief Keef was ordered to pay a $500 fine, $104 in court costs, and $99 in testing fees. All the other charges were dropped. If you're wondering what the chief is up to nowadays, well, it looks like he just sits around in his mansion all
would
day,
too if every
making
time I
music,
step outside I was
smoking
getting
weed,
arrested.
and playing
Or
video
booked for
games.
some bullshit.
Once in a while, he'll travel around to do some shows, but other than that, he seems to live a pretty chill life. And is staying out of trouble. His last arrest was in June of 2017, so almost 2 years without an arrest.
That's because he hit
is pretty
30, he
good.
getting old.
Let's
He
hope
not
he
getting
can
old,
keep it
but
up.
like, you could just tell like he really growing up and all that. But yeah. It's the end of the video. Shit. Trying to think. Alright, so this is the end of the video. I hope y'all enjoyed. I really enjoyed this video. For maybe the second time on this channel, I enjoyed the fucking video. It do hit different, bro. I wasn't even bored watching this shit. Like, I normally have on my phone doing this. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we out. We bipping. I guess I got another one for y'all today anyway, so you know what I'm saying?